Hey, okay. Now we're getting into some really wacky stuff. All right, with Freud and his original theories. Um, I maybe I should give a warning. We're going to be talking about sexual things of a just gross, sexual things that Freud thought were important in the development of personality and influenced, all of us, I guess he believed. Um, so we get to his psychosexual stages of development, right? So Freud proposed that we go through a series of psychosexual stages of development. And during each of these stages, and really the emphasis in these stages is on childhood, all right? So that's what we said. They emphasize early childhood, right? Um, so um, basically, part of the body in each of these stages, the part of the body that was the erogenous zone changed. The erogenous zone, of course, was the part of the body in which we experience pleasure, right, through that part of the body. So that varies in each one of these stages. Um, okay, first we've got the oral stage, right? Oral stage, the mouth, right? So the oral stage of psychosexual development, this is the first one from birth to about a year and a half of age. Pleasure centers, the pleasure, that erogenous zone, if I can say it, centers around the mouth, obviously, right? So sucking, biting, chewing. I mean, if you ever been around a young infant, right, from birth to a year and a half, whatever they grab, go straight to the mouth, right? Everything is about the mouth in this stage. Um, and it's just bizarre that Freud thinks that, this is somehow sexual. It's too much, right? I mean, it's just so weird. But, so I don't personally believe this, but it is his original theory. And there are still people that believe this crap, in my opinion, crap, today, right? The problem is, of course, it can't be experimentally tested, you know, which enables people to still believe it. But, as a scientist, no. You gotta be able to do experiments on it and have evidence it's true. Uh, anyway. So oral stage is first. Then right after the oral stage, you have the anal stage of psychosexual development, right? The anal stage of psychosexual development from around a year and a half to around 3 years of age, right? And pleasure focuses on the bowel and the bladder and, the elimination of waste. Oh my God, but um, once again, a kid, year and a half to 3 years, what is it all about for a child of that age? It's about potty training, right? It's about potty training. It's about learning to control your bladder and your bowels, right? So for some reason, once again, Freud thinks this is somehow sexual, which is like crazy. But anyway, so the anal stage, and then the third stage is the phallic stage, right? The phallic stage from around the age of 3 to around the age of 6. And the phallic stage is where there's a lot of action, according to Freud. And it's really bizarre and sexual and stupid. But anyway, so the phallic stage. So the pleasure zone, is around the genitals in the phallic stage. But it's at this point that children, according to Freud, that children develop sexual desires for their opposite sex parent. All right? So boys start to develop a sexual desire for their mothers and a corresponding jealousy and fear of their father, right? Because the father is getting all that affection. They want it, and they're fearful of the father, that he, might do something to hurt them or whatever. In boys, this is what is called the Oedipus complex, according to Freud. Right? He calls it the Oedipus complex. It's named for a Greek myth of an individual named Oedipus, who the gods had foretold would murder his father and marry his mother. So his father, tried to kill the baby at birth, thought he had, I guess, but the mother had really, sent the baby off, to be raised somewhere else. The boy grows up, doesn't know who he is, comes back to that kingdom, kills his father, marries his mother. He doesn't know that it's his mother or father. But anyway, so this is what Freud thinks boys from 3 to 6 years go through this Oedipus complex. Now girls have a similar thing. He called it, for girls, it's the Electra complex, right? So the Electra complex for girls, where once again they develop a sexual desire for their father and corresponding jealousy of and fear of their mother. And yeah, I mean, obviously Freud, from our standards today, was, a sexist and chauvinistic. It's at this point, according to Freud, that girls come to believe that their mother has castrated them, and that's why they don't have a penis. And so this, for Freud, is the origin of penis envy in women. Bizarre, yes, frickin' bizarre, all right? Not true, in my opinion, but this is his theory, all right? Of course, later, psychodynamic theorists disagreed with a lot of these details, thank goodness. And then after the phallic stage, where you have the Oedipus and Electra complexes, not much happens after that. You got the latency stage from 6 to about puberty. Then once you hit puberty, it's called the genital stage, where you have full sexual maturation and normal sexual desires, I guess, at that point. So yeah, really freaky, crazy, weird crap. Freud, all right? But try to think of him, I guess, as a product of his time, I guess. Anyway, now thank God that's over. Bye.